Hey there guys, Alex here, and today we're playing against a regenerated core team with the horrible Amoongus, along with the horrible Slowbro, as well as Chansey and Mandibuzz, which are two really annoying stally Pokemon to deal with. And it's also got a Landorus, which is fairly bulky. Takes a while to kill it, knock it out, and then the Mega Gardevoir, because why else would you have no Megas on your team? And I'm testing out the Diancie. Can't wait for the Mega to be released. I feel like the Mega evolution of Diancie is actually going to be extremely good in OU. Nothing special, but nothing to be looked down upon. I'm also using a Haxorus, which you never really see in OU anymore, and a Life Orb Scissor, which will be interesting. I actually really like it at the moment. It seems to be putting a lot of work in. Of course, with the Mega Charizard, which I'll leave you waiting to see which one that is, although you can probably tell. So I lead off with the Rotom as he leads off with his Amoongus. I predict him to go for the Spore, so I go straight for the Trick, get his Black Sludge, which kinda sucks, and he does go for the Spore. He probably predicted me to switch. So then I can't do anything, so I switch straight into the Charizard, and he switches into Gardevoir, both our Megas, and we both Mega Evolve. I expected the Flamethrower to do way more here, but he must be running Special Defense. And look at the Hyper Voice damage. It's insane amount. I predicted him to switch into his Landorus, but he goes straight into his Chansey, which I can't do anything to. So I go straight into Scissor, predicting like a Toxic or Seismic Toss. Sizzle can just deal with that easily, and I go straight for U-turn, predicting a switch. Knowing I can't really do anything about the Wish, I go into my Charizard, which he can't do anything against. And next he switches back into Chansey, get a crit, which is really nice, and switch back out into Diancie now. If he had the Toxic, it wouldn't bother me, have Rest, and he goes into Landorus. Another thing nice with Diancie, Clear Body stops all the Intimidates, but he goes for a Stealth Rock. I'm like, no, I'm not switching into Charizard now, I need to get the Defog off with a Scissor and go straight into it. And Landorus is Toxic, which is really nice. He U-turns out, which allows me to get free. Pretty much free. I think I go for a Roost here actually. Oh no. No, I go for a Roost next turn. Carried away. Yeah, so I just keep spamming the Roost, which he can't do anything about. And he goes into Slowbro, which is I'm not sure why. I thought he had the Fire Blast, so I just U-turned out. No, it would do a big chunk of damage. But he actually goes straight for the Scald. I was hoping no burn. Don't get the burn, which is really nice. And Dragon Claw does a real nice amount, considering it's not super effective, but it is banded. And the one weakness on this particular team, I would say, is the Haxorus. But again, you can see, look at the amount that was there. It's minus attack, and still doing a nice chunk. So he goes into Landorus, scares me out, goes straight into the Scissor, no, he can't do anything. Then he goes back into Mandibuzz, I'm just like, Mandibuzz can't do anything to me. So I just U-turn, expect him to double switch. It was a game of predictions. So I go into Diancie knowing I resist everything he has. And he goes into Slowbro, which is bad for me. I don't outspeed, I don't think. No, I do outspeed. He switches out and goes into the Amoongus, which here I can't do anything. as he can just Giga Drain and do whatever he wants. And Sizzle walls Amoonguss, especially when it's scarfed. He stays in, I really don't know why. But he also predicts me to switch, as I then go for the bullet punch, thinking I may as well get a bit more damage off on the Amoonguss. This foul play, it's not doing too much, so I'm fairly comfortable, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just keep roosting. He absolutely can't do anything to Sizzle, as I just U-turn out. I actually expected him to switch there, but it doesn't really matter, because then I go into the Yancey, and he can't do anything to the Yancey. Then he goes into Amoonguss switch, obviously walls my Yancey. But then he switches out again, as I go into Charizard, which can do everything to Slowbro. Slowbro is no worry. And I go straight for the Solar Beam. I think I get a crit. Oh no, I get a Hax here. I intended to get a Hax, so it wasn't as bad as not trying. And then Flamethrower just takes it out from that low point. Then he goes into the Mega Gardevoir. I didn't expect him to outspeed me there. It was just must have been a speed type. But I just go into Scissor for revenge kill. He can't do anything, and I didn't want to over predict there, so I just went straight for the bullet punch. I expected him maybe have him power fire, but he doesn't. He just has foul play. I could have just stayed in there, but it doesn't really matter. Yancey again walls Amoonguss. And the Slowbro is now looking to be the biggest threat on his team, along with the Mega Gardevoir, but he can't really switch it in that much. And I get Toxic on Slowbro, which harms him, as he reveals to me he has Calm Mind. I expected him to, when I first saw the team, I expected him to be Assault Vest. It's more stally. But he goes straight for the Scold. Luckily he doesn't get the burn. But then I Roost, hoping, hopefully he doesn't get the burn again, rack up a bit of toxic damage. But here he does get the burn, and it really sucks. Well, because I could have gone for a U-turn and got way more damage off. But then I lost my my Scissor, and now he can bring in Amoonguss. I can't really do anything to him, other than just keep Dragon Clawing. It was a Haxorus, and I admitted that I'd lost the Haxorus at that point. So now it's not looking too good for me, but then I bring on the Landorus, fresh, 100% going to destroy his team. He sends in the Slowbro, and like, I can't do anything to that. So he goes straight into my Rotom Wash. He really does make questionable plays here, but I'm not too high on the ladder. I'm at the average point. And he just keeps scolding me. I'm just like, come on, bro, why you scolding me? And I just go straight for the trick, thinking it would be better to get more damage off on the Slowbro. And see, scolds up there. I get leftovers, which means I can live another turn if he gets min damage. But he doesn't. I go straight for the Hydro Pump, as he reveals he has a Side Shock, which isn't that bad, and it's a double down. And this is where the plays intensify, as he goes into Landorus, I go into the Yancey, knowing it walls his team. He really can't do anything. The crit there really scared me. I was like, oh, he might be able to do something. As what do we hit? Oh yeah, I switch into Landorus, expecting to go straight for the EQ. Really nice predict on my part. And the Toxic builds up, and obviously I outspeed. I'm Genie full. Then he goes into the Mandibuzz. I expected Focus Blast to. I expected it to OHKO from there, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Sludge Wave. See, it does like 4% less. I'm like, alright then, didn't realise. The nerf on Focus Blast is really bad. He goes Toxic here, as I go for Diamond Storm. I'm like, I don't want this Toxic off. on me, so I go straight for the rest, knowing I could also bait out his Gardevoir. So I go rest here. Oh no, I'm skipping turns. Go for rest here as he obviously predicts my switch. So rest out there. Predict his switch into Gardevoir. This essentially wins me the match. If he doesn't, which he does, and there we go. There we go. The match is won. Clean match. GG. Heraangry. Heraangry. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Even if he does take out my Landorus, I have Diancie, which just walls him completely. He can't do anything. And that's GG. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Really nice predicts. And my first upload to TBT. Intend to upload a bit more. If you liked, then like the video, obviously. And I would prefer more if you shared the video with a bunch of friends to join in the journey. And peace out.